Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. How you guys doing? Okay, you guys, I'm putting on my rings because I just forgot to put them on. I always like to have my nails done for you guys and then always wear some interesting rings because all you're seeing is my hands. So anyway, I like to look at pretty nails and rings when people are working. Does it make a difference? No, but I like it. Anyway, moving on. What I wanted to show you guys today is I just made a video on using envelopes from junk mail envelopes with a window, right? And so, but I made a different one. So what I wanted to show you is how to make this again, but this time put not just a pocket, put a pocket on one side and a list pad on the other side. How cool is this? I love it. And there's the back. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what we have is definitely save all of your junk mail that have windows in them. There's all different size windows. And I really love the one that I just showed you guys because I love this window, but I've used both the ones I had. So I'm going to actually, on Etsy, they sell envelopes with windows. And if, not Etsy, eBay. And I want to look for ones that have this big of a window. So, but then what I like about collecting them from the junk mail, you save this from landfills and you make something with it. So this is in here. This is what's going to go through the window. And I already measured it to make sure that it's going to fit there. Okay, so let's get started. When you open up your junk mail, use a butter knife. That really works the best to get this really nice and smooth and open. Okay. And then you also, we're gonna open up the top and the bottom. We're probably gonna cut the bottom off though. Let's just open. There we go. We're probably gonna cut the bottom off. Let me move all of this out of the way for a second. Okay, so the dimensions of this are, I wrote this down. Okay, and the reason you want to have a little bit of dimensions is because you want this to be the size that'll fit into your junk journal, okay? And I'll show you how you put in how I would put it in my junk journal. You can do whatever you want. But the width is going to be 4 3/4, and the length is going to be 8 inches. And it depends. You can use mine as a judgment, but my journal is as big as a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded into signatures. That's how big my journal is. So this is what fits into my journal. So just add or subtract according to what you need to fit into your journal. Okay, so I want it to be 4 3/4 in width. And you can, oh yeah, you definitely want to cut it from this side because we're going to open it up. So, okay. So do it from the open side. Keep this side closed because it's going to be like a little, we're opening it up like a little book, right? So 4 3/4. And the only thing too is you have to watch you don't cut into your window. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. So that's 4 3/4, and off the bottom, we're going to make this, we're going to cut it off from the bottom and make this 8 inches. So I didn't have to open this up with my butter knife because I'm going to slice this off at the bottom to 8 inches. And that gets that. So now it's all opened up. So see, so this is where we're at, and everything is opened up nicely. Okay, so when you get your junk mail, tell your husband, don't open up the junk mail like that. Give it to me, and I'll use the butter knife. That's what my husband does now, because he won't take the time. He'll rip that thing open real quick. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is you want to decide what you want in your window. So I already decided on this. Where's my stapler? I already decided on this. Isn't this beautiful? This I cut out of my my printables. My printables are every 5 printables is $2. My Etsy shop is My Fairy Treasures, and there's a clickable link below. At the end of the video, if you're interested, I'll just go through my junk journal and I'll show you the papers, what they look like. Okay, so I cut that out of that. And then I've decided if I want the word Paris and the flowers and the bee like that, or if I want the Eiffel Tower with a little bit of flowers. And I think this is what I want. This is what I want. Isn't that pretty? So as soon as you get it where you want it, staple it in. Oh, and the other thing, because I already made this mistake on video, make sure you're stapling it to the top, okay? Oh, I didn't staple this with it. Make sure you're stapling it to the top page, not the bottom page. Don't ask me why once I stapled it to the bottom. That was just stupid. You know, you're focusing, trying to show what you're doing. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I missed the whole darn thing, but it's in there now. There we go. Let's open it. Okay. And then let's also staple the bottom so everything is kind of securely in here. All right, I didn't staple into the plastic, did I? No. So now we're securely in there. So that's what's going to go through the window. Okay. And you can do anything you want. If you have like this right here, I just have this sitting on my desk and it's floral flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? You can do that. It doesn't matter what you have through your window, whatever you want in your window. Okay. The next thing is we need to decorate the outside and the inside and the back. I'm going to go to the middle part here first and do this first, and then we're going to come back and do the front. The front's a little trickier, but it's not hard, you guys. Okay, so I have to decide. This is one of my printables here. And then this is one of my printables here. So I'm trying to decide what I want to put on the front, what I want to put in the center. I think I'm going to put this here. And what I did last time is I divided it in half, here and then here. But I think what I'm going to do this time is just set this right on top of here, glue it on, and then I'll refold this back. And I think that that's going to be a lot easier and a lot cleaner looking. And then we'll trim around, okay? But the first thing we got to do is get out some glue. So I like to use Eileen's Tacky Glue. And let's do that. A lot of people I know use that Fabri-Tac. I like to use this Eileen's Tacky or my glue sticks. For one, I can buy this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's not so expensive. And Eileen's Tacky, oh, I love it. It tacks anything down, especially if it's cardstock. Of course, it'll do lighter weight papers, but it's hard sometimes to glue down cardstock, and it glues it down just perfect. And I like to store my Eileen's Tacky upside down. Okay, so we're going to lay this on top. And that's what I like to do, is I like to just put a piece of paper on top that's way oversized for what not way oversized, but oversized for what I need, and then trim around. Then you don't have to worry about trying to, you know, measure and cut just perfectly. Nothing hardly is ever super square, so it's hard to get things to fit. This way, it's a lot easier. All right, do we have any glue seepage? Let's see if I have any glue on my thing here. Nope, we're good. I didn't have any glue seepage. I expected to have some glue seepage. Anyway, all right, so everything, yeah, this is what I need. All right, so now we need to trim around with our scissors. And I didn't even mean to do this, but I'm pretty much perfect right here on this edge. I thought I was over. Anyway. And I'm using printer paper weight to do this. I was going to use cardstock, but you know what? It gets it nice and thick when you double up with paper. Like this right here is lightweight, and then printer paper is more lightweight. And you put those together, you're going to get, it'll thicken up good. I think it might be too hard to work with if I use cardstock to do this, I think. There was a little lip on here. Let me just trim this. It's just a little bit. All right, so now this is the inside. Isn't that beautiful? Let you see it. This is another one of my printables in my Etsy shop. Okay, and so then just go back and let's get the fold in there so we don't lose the fold. So let's fold it right now so we don't lose that fold. Use my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use the back of a spoon. Yep, and finally some glue seepage came out. I was like, where's the glue seepage? There's always some glue seepage. A little bit. Perfect. And now we're ready to put a pocket here and your list pad here. Or I think what I'll do is put my pocket here because this is beautiful right here. We'll put the list pad over here so that when you lift up the list pad, you get this underneath, this pretty little surprise. And here, this is pretty, but not as pretty as this, in my opinion. So we'll put the pocket here and the list pad over here. Okay, now for the back, we need to do one solid piece on the back. What do we want to do? Here's another one of my printables. And my printables are Bridgerton inspired because I love the movie Bridgerton, for one. Let's trim this out a little bit here. Yeah, we'll put this on the back. Yeah, I want it to be just a little bit bigger than we need so that we can trim it out. Oh, anyway, I love the movie Bridgerton. I'm obsessed with the movie Bridgerton. So I'm doing a Bridgerton inspired junk journal challenge. No, you do not have to buy my printables to be in the junk journal challenge. You can use your own papers, printables. If you make your own papers, whatever you do. And join our group. It's called Our Magical Little Place. And you can, after you get your journal together, you can show pictures of your journal cover, different journal pages. If you decide to make any of the ephemera I'm making, or you're making your own ephemera, just share it with the group. If you have a YouTube channel or an Etsy shop, you can leave links. And then what I'll do too is at the end, let me just think what I'm doing real quick before I keep going. Okay, I put it on here. At the end of this video, I will, on the screen, you know how they have like a box or two? You can just tap on it. I'll leave a box that tells you that's the video to talk to you about the challenge. It's very simple. And there's a clickable link to join the Facebook group in the description box. There's a clickable link to my Etsy shop. You guys, if any of my links don't work, sometimes they don't work for some reason. I don't know. Just go ahead and just Google that link. Copy it down and then just Google it. Just trying to make sure of what I want on here. Okay. Have you guys seen the movie Bridgerton? Oh my God, I've watched it so many times. It's only 4 episodes because they decided to divide it up. I do not know why. So the next one I think is June 13 when it resumes, and then it's the last 5 or 6, something like that. I don't know why they did it like that. Especially someone who's like obsessed with Bridgerton. I want to see the whole thing. So, okay. Let's get any seepage. Dry this off. All right, let's trim this around. Turn this over to trim it. Also, let's see how that's going. Good. Let's just take off any seepage of glue. There we go. We'll use that one for my hands. All right. And then let's trim around. And when we're done, don't forget to, I always say this, don't forget to wipe off your scissors. Now you can use, you could have used a glue stick. You could have used double stick tape. But it's so much faster to use like this, to use the Eileen's Tacky or whatever glue you choose, like wet glue. It's so much faster. When you use double stick tape, which I do, you'll see me use it. It takes time to line it up and then peel off the top. It just takes time. Okay. And let's wipe off our scissors. And let's look at the back. And there's the back. Look how nice that looks. And we will definitely go around it with our ink, just to define everything. It just really defines everything and makes everything look really nice. But look at the back. So there's the back. There's the center. Now we need to do the front. Okay. So we'll use this paper for the front. Okay. This is another one of my printables. Okay. So what I like to do is line up the edges with the edge of this and then go over it a little bit. I'll show you what I mean as I just, let me do it instead of talking, do it. I'm doing this upside down because I think I want to put this here. Just looking to see what I want. I'm just looking to see what I want. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So I'm just lining this up here. And then just so I have a little bit of hangover so we don't have to measure. There we go. There we go. Let's use our ruler here. I love ripping paper. It's so like cathartic, like it's just relaxing. I don't know why. Just that whole sound of ripping paper. I just love it. Okay, like, because you're a weirdo. Okay, so then we want to come in here and glue this in here. Okay. Now on this, I'm going to use a glue stick. And let me tell you why. Because we're working with such intricate little spaces that I'm going to have a lot more control with this glue stick. So go really close to the window, but don't hit the window. I like to go everything twice. Go all the way down, all the way around, do it again, and then really hit the center. Okay. All right. So I'm lining it up. My main thing is to line it up with that window. So everything else we can cut off, right? But we want to be right up on the edge of that window. Okay. All right. And then let's trim this out. So make sure you guys save all of your junk mail. And I love doing stuff with junk mail because this one less thing that has to go in the landfill, and you're doing something with it, and it's free. You're doing something with, you're making something beautiful out of something that's going to get thrown away and clutter the landfill. So that's fabulous. Look how pretty that is. And look how nice and clean that looks. It's the clean, in my opinion, it's the cleanest way and the easiest way to do it. Okay, now we need to put this bottom part on here, and I really want that butterfly right there. So all right. All right, so the first thing we need to do is trim it this way. So I'm measuring this way just to get the width first. So let's take this off. Okay. And then, so we have our width, which we have a little bit of an overhang, so we can put this on easily. And then we need to trim out a little bit of overhang here. So we just fold it up, fold it so there's a little overhang here. There we go. There we go. I got a little bit of glue on there. Draw off my mat. Okay. And save all this because we can do all kinds of good stuff with that. All kinds of good stuff. All right, so my big thing is I wanted that butterfly. So we're going to line it up right there. Okay. All right, again, let's use our glue stick. Go right by the window again, but don't go on the window. Right along the side. I like to go everything twice. Down this side, do it again, and then just hit the middle. So this glues down really good. There we go. Okay, and glue it on so you go over a little bit. And you have hangover on all the sides so we can trim it off. Okay. What the heck? I didn't put, oh, I didn't do the glue. Oh, I meant to do the glue all the way over here. I didn't do it. What the heck am I doing? I know you guys saw that. I'm like, why is this not gluing down? All right, there we go. I forgot I was going all the way across, I guess. Make sure everything's adhered really well. And I have a little spot right here that's not being covered. I'm just looking to see what I want to use. Just a little piece. So we could take a little piece like this and just, we could just put like a little piece like that right there. And I could just ignore it and not do anything with it. But just seeing that little bit of green is just bugging me. So there we go. Just collage a little piece in there, and that looks good. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't know if I like, just a second. It's also bugging me how I just did it. Okay, wait a minute. All right, that looks good. What happens is the windows, some of the windows are rounded on the edges, some are more square. That one was super rounded. And you guys, don't worry about being perfect. Perfect is for the birds. When you stop trying to be so perfect, it takes the stress off of you and you have more fun. So forget perfection. Just have fun and do it as good as you can. Like what I did. It's not perfect, but it's as good as I can do, and it's good. And I'm not all stressed out over my crafting. Okay, so look at that, how that's looking so far. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it. Okay, next we need to do this side over here. So we have some strips left, right? So we can use one of our strips that we have left. We'll use this strip. Okay, right here we need to take this off. So I'm putting this in right here. And we have some overhang, which is fine. All right, so let's glue this down. And then you guys, I'm excited. My next video is going to be a mask making frenzy is what I'm going to call it. Join me for a mask making frenzy. And it's just a lot of, like, I need to make a lot of tags, envelopes, different types of envelopes, different types of tags. Just a bunch of really cool stuff that's really, really quick and easy. And it's going to be fun. So it's going to be a long video, like an hour and a half of just making stuff. They'll be a lot simpler than the things I've been showing you guys. You know, let me just make this a little straighter. I mean, stuff I'm doing is fun and it's easy. It's just the stuff I'm gonna make is gonna be a lot really, really quick, cute stuff. Like this right here takes a little bit more time, right? It's easy, but it just takes a little more time. The stuff I'm going to show you is just going to be really quick, easy things. Okay, so let's line this up with this. Okay, we need to go over this a little bit. All right. I have that little piece again that I was talking about. See that little, it's like right there. But I think I'm going to ignore it this time. I'm not going to try to put a little piece there. Okay, so let's just get this nice and smoothed out. And let's trim off the excess. Throw that away. Wipe off my scissors. Make sure I don't get glue all over them. Alrighty. And here we are with this. Make sure everything's not sticking together. Perfect. Yeah, open it up once in a while because, you know, the glue is drying. And if you have anything that wants to, whatever, open it up once in a while here just to make sure everything's good. Okay, and now we have just this little piece right here that we need to put in, right? Right. So I have a bunch of little small pieces over here. Let me see what I want to use. Don't want to use that going all the way across. Do I want to use that only right here? Yeah, I like that right there. Okay. So let's get our glue. On this one, I am going to go over the clear plastic just a little bit, just to go over the little bit of green that I'm looking at. You know, that little green area. So what I could have done, let me show you what I did is that little green area was right there that was left because it's rounded. I just went over the plastic just a little bit. And I could have done that here. So next time I do it, I'll do that, especially with really super rounded windows. It's going to be easy for me to see if I open up my card or my thing here and trim around. Hope you guys like that idea of just going over and then trimming around. So much. I remember when I learned that from somebody on some project, and I was like, oh, that is so much easier than trying to fit it just perfectly. Oh, this is beautiful. You know what that is bothering me? That little green spot there. After I told you guys, I'm just gonna ignore it. I lied. It's just bugging me. Don't worry. Oh, I can take this little piece here. Is it that serious? No, but it's bugging me. All right. All right, there we go. Now I don't see any little green spots. So like I said, what you might want to do is, you know, glue everything down and just go over and go straight across instead of trying to cover that rounded area. Once you guys do these, you know what I'm talking about. It's very minute. And you just need to adjust because every envelope, unless you buy, you know, a whole pack of envelopes, is going to be a little bit different. But like I said, I'm going to go on. I know that eBay sells the envelopes with the windows, and I'm going to look and see if they have some with a bigger window. So with that really big window like I showed you before. Oh, I love this. You guys look. Fabulous. Now we're going to round corners and stuff like that in a minute. But let's just look at it. See how we like it. Do I need to glue? I need to glue that down. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? And then the inside. Okay, something was coming up. All right, so let's take my glue stick and re-glue this. I'm actually surprised that this is coming up because I used the Eileen's Tacky on there. Usually once you use Eileen's Tacky, things don't come back up. Maybe I didn't get the glue there good. I'm sure it was user error. Okay. All right, so now let's open this up. Just kind of just go around everything just to make sure everything is really, really, really attached, and it is. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put a pocket in and a list pad, right? So let's do the pocket first, and then we'll do the list pad. So we need, I like to do, when I do a pocket, I like to use cardstock. So I have some other cardstock over here. Oh, this is pretty. We'll use this. I think this is the other, I don't even know. Everything goes together because I created it to be Bridgerton inspired, so it's all those same type of colors. So everything is going to go with each other. So we don't have to worry about that. Let me cut the white line off of here, off of this. So I don't have to worry about that. Just one second. Okay, and I want definitely this side for the pocket. Okay, so I need to trim right there. And I'm over measuring again. Also, I need this edge over here to be straight. So let's just take this edge because it's kind of ripped there. Okay. All right. And then we can kind of decide where we want far up we want to be with our pocket. I think we want to be like right here. Okay, so we'll measure that right there. We'll trim this off. There we go. That make a beautiful little tag. Okay, and then here we go. And you know what we're gonna do? Okay, let's put this in here and then we'll trim this excess off here. So that we have our, there we go. And we'll trim this off. How long we've been on here? Oh, 41 minutes, we're good. I try to keep my videos to an hour. And I don't like to fast forward because I'd like you to be able to like work alongside me, kind of think of it as like a work along, and we're visiting. And also, then you understand, you know, what's going on, like how to do things if you're wanting to learn something. And when you have it on fast mode, it's, you know, it's a little bit hard. But, you know, everybody has their style of how they like to make their videos, so no shade to anyone who fast forwards their videos. Okay, this fits perfect. And what you want to make sure is that this is going to fold in here. Okay. Now, I could put some, what do you call them? Some flaps in here so that you have a, I always forget the word. What is the word? These hinges. When you have these hinges, it really helps to be able to stuff the pocket, but we're not going to stuff the pockets majorly anyway, because we want this to be more flat. So, but if we wanted to, we could put hinges on here like this, and then it gives you a gusset so that your pocket, you can really stuff a lot of stuff in there. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to worry about that today because we want it to be, we're not going to stuff in a ton of tags. So let's put like 2 or 3 tags in there. Okay, but for the top, we want to put in a little notch. Oh, and I'll tell you something that I've been doing, which is just really stupid. I've been like guesstimating where to stop, because you don't want, this is a hole puncher, see? You don't want to go all the way down, you'll punch a hole. You just want to go like halfway or a little less than half. I saw a girl use it, and I'm like, and she turned it this way. I'm like, oh, duh. Here I am trying to always just guess, not going all the way. If you just turn it around like this, you'll see it. I was like, you idiot. Oh, sometimes my brain. Okay. So, before we glue this down, I want to just do my edges really quickly on this. I might need to re-ink. And this just really helps everything look just so much cleaner when you ink the edges and put a little bit of a little inky border around it. In my opinion. And once you are become an inker, you just have to ink everything. You can't help yourself. But no shade. If you're not an inker, it's fine. But it does tend to finish things off. See, look how much nicer that looks. So this we are going to put double stick tape on, okay? So we're going to double stick tape this. And I know you're like, how do you decide what you're double sticking and what you're not? Just whatever is the best adhesive for what you're doing. And it's up to you. There's no right or wrong answer with that. Now, if you want, you could even do glue. You could even, I could have done the Eileen's Tacky, or I could have used the glue stick. But this is cardstock right here. So, I don't like to use a glue stick pretty much on a cardstock. It's harder to make it stick. And I get my double stick tape from Dollar Tree, you guys. It's the best, cheapest place, and the tape is good. Real good. $1.25 for a double stick tape. Insanely good. I keep 10 on hand pretty much at all times. When I get down to 5 or 6, I restock. Which I know sounds crazy, but I use it a lot, so. And when you're in the middle of a project, you don't want to run out of your main craft supplies. Okay, so take the top off of here. There we go. Going to come up. There we go. All right, so now we are going to put this on and line everything up. Hopefully this still shuts good, and it does. Yes. There we go. And then we still have this place right in here to put our tags. Isn't that fabulous? Look how pretty that looks. And I could have trimmed off my white border up here off my paper, but I forgot. Who cares? Okay, so now what we need to do, let's put this aside. We need to make the list pad now. Right. So let me see what papers I have over here on the side. All right, here's some coffee dyed paper. I may have to go over here to my stack because I'd like to have some coffee dyed music note paper. I'll go to my stash for that in a second. All right, so we got some book paper, some nice book pages. Let's put some of those. We'll put 2 of these ones. Look at this, it's a big old encyclopedia. I love it. And what I did is I threw coffee all over it and threw this in the garage, and it just, look at the pages, just yellowed and there's stains on it. I love it. And this paper here is so crispy, but I love it. Just, only thing you can do is, this is good to collage with or just to lay flat, but don't bend it because it'll just break. Oh, that's nice. It says tutorial with much love. It's an epilogue. That's kind of cool. Okay. What else do we got going over here? Just a second. Let me see what else we have. That's another piece of encyclopedia paper. And we got one more thing. Oh, I wanted to put this in. Oh, here's some music note paper. Cool. We'll put that in. And also I wanted to put in word search. There we go. So we got enough stuff over here. And I keep a little basket that I get from Dollar Tree, which I just love this basket. Look how pretty it is. Do you see that? Little pink one. And I keep all this stuff that I use all the time like this, all my book pages in here. I got that idea from, what is the name of her channel? Just a second. Okay, I just started watching her 507 Willow House Journals. You guys will love her. You guys check her out. I absolutely adore her. I love her junk journaling style. I love her junk journaling style. She's Southern. I love the way she talks. It's fabulous. I can listen to her all day. And her junk journal style is beautiful. You'll be so inspired. You'll get so many great ideas. So I always saw she always has like this little tray full of book pages and anything else like this, music note pages, stuff like that. And so I thought, oh, I should do that. Have a little basket sitting there with all that kind of stuff in there. So anyway, all right. So next thing we need to do is I need to decide what width I want this list pad to be and the length. Okay. I want to keep, but when I staple them, that might not go in. Okay, so let me just see here. Let me just fold this here and I can decide. Oh, and guess what, you guys? I'm going to leave the fold in here so that we can put tags in here. Look, I'm folding this here. I'm going to, oh, I have two of these. I'm going to just, instead of cutting this off, this can now be a tuck spot. So we want everything to be this wide. Is this what we want? Yes. All right, and we need to trim off the bottom here because it's a little long. There's a line here, so I'm just going to follow that line. I think that'll work. Is that going to be it? Yeah, perfect. So measure out the width and the length that you want for your list pad. It depends on your journal, okay? Mine is, width-wise, is like 3 1/4, and length-wise, it is 7 1/2. Okay, so that's gonna be perfect. But let me get my glue stick, get myself back on camera, and we're just going to, just at the top here, and at the bottom, put some glue. So instead of gluing it, instead of cutting it off, and then that way we have a little tuck spot right here that we can tuck tags in. So it'll be a list pad with a tuck spot. And I discovered that yesterday when I was doing a video. I went, oh. So whenever you fold something, see if you can leave it and make it into a tuck spot or a pocket. Okay. All right, so this is going to be my pattern, basically, that everything needs to match, okay? This, I think, will already fit. Yeah, it's short enough. So we'll leave that in there. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut this off on the top. I love that on top right here, but when I go to put everything together, it may not catch in the stapler. Okay, so we have that. Just a second, you guys. I got so much crap everywhere. I just gotta do a quick straightening up for myself. I gotta straighten myself up. I can put those over there. All right, so I need to have a place to stack all my papers as I keep doing these. Okay. You know what? I want the word Ghost Town right in the center of here. So let's just do this. So after you get your first piece, just use that kind of as your pattern so you know how long you want everything. And this is a word search I've had for a long time. Look how it's yellowed so much. I mean, they're already kind of yellow papers anyway, but it really is now. I've had that word search for years. And I just picked up another couple of word searches, Sudokus, all that from Dollar Tree recently. That will be, after I haul it, I'm doing a haul video, we will do a, I'll put that here in my basket. Oh. That'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? To be put on something. So, going in my pile of scraps. Now, normally I like my music note paper to be the right way, but I'm not going to worry about it because this is a leftover piece and I want to use the leftover pieces. You know what? I wasn't always ripping as much as I would just use my paper slicer most of the time, but it's faster to use this ruler. And I was watching 507 Willow House Journals, and she doesn't even use a paper slicer. She just uses this thing. I love the way it sounds. It's relaxing, and it's faster. Now, my paper slicer, for me, I need my paper slicer sometimes, but it's really fast, especially if you're doing something like this. And then this is a little bit shorter piece here. You know, we'll just cut that because that's all that needs is a little cutting. Actually, you know, let's just scoot this over so we'll just have to do this one side. Much easier. There we go. This paper is so brittle. Look, it just like broke off. But that's how old this paper is. It's old, really old. That it just. But look at how it's aged. Oh, it's so yummy. Here's another piece of that. Oh, look how cool this is. I didn't even see this is on the other side. Huh. You know what? We're going to use that piece. And we're going to use it this way. Doesn't that look like Bridgerton? I love it. You know, I should save this because this could be done. This could be like a tag or something. All right, we're going to make okay, put that right there. We're going to make a tag out of that. That's going to be a tag. In fact, that could be a tall tag that I make with, I just bought some time cards at Dollar Tree, and that would make a beautiful tall tag. So I'm going to save that for that. Okay, another book page. We're going to have a lot of pages in this. In fact, you know, I don't need this last one. That's just too many. But let's do this here. Oh, I know one last thing I want to do. I love to put vellum in here, but it's not really vellum. It's parchment paper. And I just use parchment paper like vellum. Okay. And what I'd rather do is have the music note paper because that looks the most interesting, I think, with the vellum. So I think this is how we'll stack this. And I love all the unevenness of the pages like that. So if you have some pages that are uneven, because some pages are longer or shorter, I'd have to cut anything off the bottom. So and we'll make sure that this fits in there well. But let's put a piece of vellum on there, which is nothing but a piece of parchment paper, which is right here. So again, when you're at Dollar Tree, pick up your parchment paper. Okay. And then I'll put this on top because we're going to need to. Just a second. Okay, I need to make a cleaner edge. See how I had like a little nick out of it? So I love this parchment paper on top, especially with showing like something interesting like these music notes. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, I just need to test out. Make sure that this isn't too long for this. Oh, it is a little too long. Okay, I didn't, right, I need it to be here. I don't know how I got off on my length there because I was trimming everything off. Anyway, no major. Whatever needs to be trimmed off is going to get trimmed off right now. Hope I can do all these at once. Yes, I can. Perfect. So let me just measure this again and make sure that I have my little thing over here on the side. So I just want to make sure that this is all still good. We might need to trim off a little bit more. Are we good? No, I think we're good. No, we're good. Okay. So to get these all together and to keep these all together, I like to just quickly staple. Once I get everything lined up the way I need it and want it, immediately just put a staple in here. Just so that you've got all your pieces together, and make sure they're all stapled. I've stapled them together before and they didn't staple. And then there's this one with the pocket or little side pocket, little side tuck. Just making sure that we cut all the pages, and we did. Okay, so all of our pages are cut. Now we need to put this little thing at the top to really make it look like a list pad. So I just showed you these hinges, okay? And how you make these hinges, I'll show you. I already have it made, but I'm going to show you really quickly. I've shown this almost on every video, but there's always new people, you guys. So, okay, get this. This one I've already cut off of here, but get a piece of cardstock, okay? And you really should use cardstock. Get a piece of cardstock, and every inch, mark every inch, like this, like this, like this, like this, here, at every inch, all the way across the paper. And then what you want to do is every 2 lines cut. And when you do that, you end up with something like this, okay, that you fold. Now let's suppose that you don't have a scoreboard. Slice yourself a piece of cardstock that's 2 inches. Then divide it in half and go like this. And use the back of a spoon and just get this like that. And you create yourself one of these little flaps or hinges, okay? They're called flaps and hinges. Hinges when you need them, either way, they're flaps or hinges. And I'll try to show you that even every time I do it, I'll try to make sure I show you guys that. There's, like I said, there's always new people watching. And you always try to take that in consideration so that people are like, aren't like, girl, what are you doing? Okay, so this is going to go on top of here. Like that. And once you get it where everything's fitting good and you like it, let's staple. And I love the way something stapled looks. I love it. And then I'll staple anything and let the staple show. I just think that looks really, really cool. And let's trim that off. Save these because you can make these list pads mini. So save those. So I love this. And this is even a little bit off, but I love it because I want it to look a little bit disheveled, okay? All different things. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I just love it. Do I want... No, I like it. Okay. I'm just trying to think if I want to trim this a little bit. Even though I said I just like it disheveled like this. Do I want to trim it just a little bit? Maybe I do. Hopefully I'm not messing up and I don't like it. Because I did kind of like that disheveled. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I do like it better. All right, so there we go. Isn't that fabulous? And I do like to take and put a one of my little things. I have these in my Etsy shop also. It's just like little sayings that I love. Simply vintage, Paris finds, Paris style, just so vintage. In this beautiful fancy writing. And you can get these pages. I think they're $1 a page. And it has all these sayings. And you'll have it several times on each one. Plus you can just you know, print off what you need. Just so Paris, simply vintage. Let's do the simply vintage, or just so, let's do just so Paris. I don't think I've used that one in a while. And this is printed off onto cardstock. I use these all the time. How I ended up making these is that there was this girl, and she was doing, I think it was Angela. Her name's Angie, same name as mine. And she makes journals really, really well. And people used to get me and her confused because our names were both Angela. Anyway, I think it was her journal. Anyway, she had all these cool stamps. I think it was her. And she had stamped out like all these cool stamps, just so Paris and simply vintage, and just like all these neat sayings in this fancy writing. So I went ahead and just typed off a bunch of really cool sayings myself, and then made these little sheets, kind of like the little Tim Holtz sheets. Okay, this needs to be trimmed a little bit more. So they're kind of like the Tim Holtz like little sheets that he has with all the sayings on them. See, you need all your tools. See, I do use, I mean, then it's just perfectly sliced, and it's cardstock, and it's a small little thing. So that was the easiest way for me to do it, was to use my slicer on that. So all your tools are necessary. Okay, so now what we want to do is ink the edges for sure. Oh, one other thing. I'm going to use my distressed oxide called antique linen. And that just makes this look like it has aged a little bit. So first, usually I put that on, then I do the edges, but whatever. Okay, so there's that. And then let's take the Distress Oxide Antique Linen. This is one of my favorites. This really looks like the paper has just, you know how it naturally yellows? This really does it. I remember I used to use Vintage Photo for everything, but this, just to give you that yellowed page, is perfect. Look. And then around the edges, you can use Vintage Photo around the edges if you wanted, or walnut stain, or I'm using this Versify clear ink here. I kind of like using this because it dries faster. The Distress Oxide takes a little bit longer to dry, but anyway, I still use it. I have all the colors, or all the colors I want. Okay, so now on this one, let's take my glue stick. And get it nice and sticky. Wipe off my little mat. Let's put this at the top. Love it. And when I use the Tim Holtz, it does smear just a little bit, but it adds to the vintageness of it all. So I don't care. Anything to make things look more vintage, more grungy, yes, I'm all for it. Fabulous. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, so I want to ink the edges. Oh, I meant to ink the edges of this before I started, but whatever. Let's get the edges inked here. Ink the edges on all of our pages just really quickly. Look how fabulous that looks. I love it. And I top everything with this vellum piece, which is parchment paper. I just love it. Oh my gosh. Wait, let me just bring the camera down. Doesn't that look so cool, you guys? Oh, I'm in love. Okay. All right, let's put these back. And let's put that in here. We need to attach that in here. Yeah, we're going to trim this off at the bottom. We have a little overhang, which is fine. How do I want to do this in here? I think, you know, I'm going to use my Eileen's Tacky, because there's a lot going on right here. That'll probably be the easiest way to tack this down. Don't forget about your hot glue gun. I use that a lot too on things. Okay, let's kind of get this where I want it, because I got the Eileen's Tacky on here. Okay, good. We're centered that. All right, let's see if there's any glue seepage. Bring that up just a little bit. Get any glue seepage out of there. And let's just really, really smooth this down so everything gets glued down here. Perfect. And then let's trim off the bottom. Oh, we're already at 1 hour and 14 minutes. This takes a little bit of time, doesn't it? But it's well worth it. You may only want to put one of these in your junk journal. It does take a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it. I think this is just a great piece. These are also nice little gifts, you know, for your crafty friends. They would love something like this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just do all the edges. And we're at the end here. Okay, and let's do it to the outside. And it's really important that you hit it going down because things are still drying. This way you're not bringing things up. So instead of going straight across, go down. I need to order some more of these little sponge things. Just going one more time around this because I want this to look really, really beautifully defined. And just really do the corners up nice. All right, do the back. Did we ink everything? Did we ink everything inside? Oh, I didn't ink inside. Okay. Or did I? No, I didn't get this inked inside here. Oh, I did, but I didn't do... Okay. Let's just do this again just to define it a little more. There we go. Look at that. There's the inside. Let's just throw in a couple tags and then we're done. I'm not going to make tags. I'm just going to look at my stash of tags so we can kind of see the tags in there. Okay, just 1 second, guys. So much going on. You guys get these in your life, these containers. I usually get the ones with the pink. If I can't get the pink, I use this seafoam bluish color. But these are fabulous to organize your stuff. So I have a bunch of tags in here. So that's what I'm looking through. Just put a tag in here. Let's put this in here. Oh, look at little lovers. We'll use that one. And oh, this is nice. Oh, I love this. It says cherish. So we'll use that. What else do we have in here? And this thing I need to make a bunch of tags. I mean, I have a lot of tags, but I need to make a bunch of tags. This is fabulous. Look how fabulous that is. All right, so that's enough tags. Because I have that little spot. Maybe those will work good too. And I'm not going to right now, but I would go around with this thing and ink everything, of course, all my tags. But we don't have time to ink everything, so we're not going to ink all the tags, but just know that we would. It's even bothering me not inking the tags. Okay, look, I have to ink this one. It's a this is a nice little tag. It's a postcard, little mini postcard, which you can journal on the back. See? So it's just a little mini postcard. I love it. So that can go in your pocket. The Cherish can go in your pocket. And then this little calendar, isn't it January, February? Isn't that so cute? We'll put the January one in there. All right, so those are really cute. Look at the little lovers. Somebody sent this to me. C Rose, was this you? Did you send this to me? I love it. It's beautiful. Okay, and then remember inside of the list pad, we had a little little side pocket here. So let's just put a few things in the little side pocket. There we go. I'm going to throw this in here because we have enough in there. So look, our little side pocket there has a little place for little tug spot, little side tuck spot there. And then our little pocket has all of these little tags. Do you guys love this or what? It does take a little bit of time, but it's so beautiful for your junk journal. I think it's worth it. Also, these would make great gifts. And you could put those gussets in the hinges like these on both sides all the way around. One, 2, 3, and then you could stick even way more tags in there, especially if you're going to give it as a gift. And so that person would have the tags, and just send this to your friend. Wouldn't this be a great little gift to send to a crafty friend? I absolutely love this. Okay, so let me quickly show you guys, and then we're about to be done in just a second. Where is my junk journal? There it is. Let me just show you the papers. So if you would like to check out my Etsy shop, these are my papers. My junk journal is, I printed these off on printer paper. So this is my junk journal, the cover. And these are all my printables. Okay. And I collaged them on there. So this is a printable. This is a printable. And then this thing, that's one of these right here with the window. I just, how did I put this in? What did I do? Oh, I added a, what did I do? I added a, one of these. Okay. I added one of those. One of the gussets here. So if you do that and you want to just, so it turns out to be like a flip like this, you will, let me just make sure what I did. And then it's open there. Oh, this is different. Okay, that's why. You know, this is different. This is different because everything opens up like this. Never mind. So this would need to be something that you just tuck into your journal. Okay. This right here is made so it has a pocket. See? And I showed you this how to make this on my last one. And I show you how to put a one of the these little things here so that you can flip it. Okay, so this just needs to be like just tucked in your journal, like put it here and then maybe put a paper clip on it, or just tuck it in your journal. Just tuck it in, or put a paper clip and paper clip it on, and then just be able to go like this. That's how I'm going to put it in mine, with the paper clip. Like this. I'm using a jumbo paper clip. And just paper clip it in. And then voila. Fabulous. Okay. But I'm not going to paper clip it in because I got to take pictures of this. Okay. That's again my printables. Coffee dyed paper. Added on. Printables. More coffee dyed paper. I want to put this. I'm going to put this on the edge. So I haven't even started decorating my junk journal that much. I do have here and there, but I'm about to really get after decorating my junk journal. Coffee dyed, or my printable. This is another printable, and I made an envelope out of it. And I'm just gonna probably paper clip this in right here, or I might attach it and then have a pocket here. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll probably glue it here, here, and here, so that I can open it up and put stuff, and then I can also still have it open here. So I just put it in there until I can get to it. Printable. Another printable. So I'm just showing you printables right here. So I'm just showing you so that you guys can get an idea of what my printables look like. There you go. Like I said, here's another one. Every 5 printables is $2. And my Etsy shop is My Fairy Treasures, and there's a clickable link below. Okay, there's another one right there. Okay, this video is long enough. We are at an hour and like 26 minutes. I cannot believe it, you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Instagram, and make sure you, if you want to check out the video for the Bridgerton Inspired Junk Journal Challenge, it'll be linked at the on the screen at the end of this video. Okay, and join the group, Our Magical Little Place, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.